What's up, everybody? This is going to be our first video. We're going to be talking about goal setting in this slide. And I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to review our conversation and also to, for those of you on quarantine, that you can kind of have as much of an in-class lecture as you can get. So let's go ahead and get started. So goals defined as the end result of something a person intends to acquire, achieve, do, reach, or accomplish sometime in the near or distant future. In this class, we're going to talk about two types of goals. We're going to talk about short-term goals and long-term goals. Hopefully in your life already, you're already using goals, whether those are academic goals to maybe obtain a certain GPA, maybe it's like a fitness goal, maybe you want to look a certain way or feel a certain way, maybe it's an athletic goal, you want to be on varsity or JV, maybe it's like an arts goal, right? You want to enter some work into a local contest, or you want to get better at your instrument. Whatever it is, goals can apply in every aspect of life, and hopefully they are something that you are using continuously already. So, goals by time frame, we're just going to talk about short-term and long-term as I mentioned earlier. So short-term is anything from now to 6 months. Long-term is anything over a year and longer. Okay? So, a great short-term goal could be like, well, it's a little challenging. Most short-term goals are pretty minimal. And what I mean by that is like going to college it can be a short-term goal, but not necessarily for this class. So when you're thinking of a short-term goal, be like something that you can achieve within 6 months, so like upgrading your GPA, you're not having any missing assignments would be a great short-term goal. Long-term goals in your stage of life could be going to college or buying a car potentially, things of that nature. As we are making goals, we utilize what's called the decision-making process. So I want you to be able to utilize each of these steps and understand what they are and how they're utilized in class. So the first step is identifying your goal or your problem, what needs to be fixed, or what do I want to achieve. And then the next one is establish your criteria. How am I going to do that? And then the third step is examine your options. The fourth step is weigh pros and cons. Fifth step, make a decision. Sixth step, evaluate the results. So let's walk through this really fast. If my goal is to go to college, my criteria is that I would like to go to a school that's out of state, and I would like to go to a school that is a larger university. I don't want to go to a small school. So that means my options. Well, my options could be like Duke, they could be Ohio State, it could be USC, UCLA, pretty much anywhere. Weigh the pros and the cons. So when we're talking about college, pros and cons are probably going to be cost, maybe how good the program is could be a pro. When I talk about cost, I mean like tuition and living, because you have to move there too. And then if you got scholarships someplace, that would obviously influence your decision. And then number 5, I would choose a school. And then number 6, at the end of my time there, or at the end of every year, I would look back and say, I feel pretty good about this, or I don't feel very good about it. So, decision-making process, pretty straightforward, right? And then the other thing that we use a lot in this class are called SMART goals. So SMART goals are useful for accomplishments that can be measured. Basically what a SMART goal does is it gives us criteria to measure a goal so we know how to obtain it. So SMART is an acronym. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for attainable, R stands for realistic, T stands for time-bound. So when I'm making a goal, I need to be specific. Like, what do I even want to do? I need to make it measurable. Like, how will I know when I've achieved it? Is it attainable? Is it something that I can accomplish? Is it realistic? Is it something that is actually possible? And then time-bound, like when do I want to achieve it? So if my goal is to buy a new car, a SMART goal, if the basic goal, if you were to tell me is like, hey, I just want to buy a new car, how we turn that goal into a SMART goal is by putting parameters on it and types of criteria. So the SMART goal version to buy a new car would be, I would like to put a $3,600 down payment on a 2015 Ford Mustang in 1 year by saving $300 per month. Okay, so we can see that it's very specific because we listed what type of of car we wanted. It is measurable because we talked about the finances of it. It is attainable also because of the finances of it. It is realistic because you can save that much money in 1 year. And then it is timely because we put a year on it. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Sweet. If you didn't catch everything that I said, there it all is right there for you. So let's go ahead and take these, a couple examples, and make them a SMART goal. So if my goal is to take my significant other to California, I could save $1,000 for a 1 week vacation in July by depositing $200 per month. You really need to tell yourself, like, step by step, how am I going to do this? That's what a SMART goal is. How am I going to do this, and when do I know that I'm going to achieve it? But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, and we can talk about it some more. The assignments linked with this presentation and this lecture is lesson 1A and lesson 1B. So the vision board, and then creating goals for ourselves.